call out so we can make it?
Joe Spada.
Kerry, I believe, is working OT on the time, so I do not believe he's going to.
No.
Graham, make sure they use their mics. Make sure they use their mics.
Yes.
All right. It's now 6:09, or 7:09, sorry. I'll call this meeting of the Coventry Sewer Subcommittee to order. Can you please take attendance?
Councilman McGee. Councilman LaPasinier.
Here.
Joe Spada. Tony Raposo.
Here.
Glenn Skirka.
Here.
Mike Sakosha.
Here.
John Colaluca.
Here.
Len Piet.
Here.
In the event anyone needs to evacuate this room, both sets of doors to the rear of the room will exit. The doors on my right, your left, will lead to the main lobby, to which either set of glass doors will exit the building. The doors on my left, your right, will lead directly to the building exterior. We'll now start the work session and discussion. First order of business is a draft sewer survey. All right, so this is essentially an open part of the meeting for members, where if anybody wants to start, you're welcome to hear it.
I'd like to,
Go ahead.
after listening to all of the comments that we've had at the various meetings, and then also we received this letter from Lila Rashad, and I sat down and I looked at the existing questionnaire, and it just seems, this to me looked like information for an engineering firm who was looking at the possibility of planning sewers to go into an area. And I didn't think that would be appropriate for a survey of the people who live in the area. So I would like to read my ideas. You all have a copy of it, but for those who don't have copies, I'm going to go ahead and read this. And, my thought was there should be two documents included in the survey. One, a letter that, first of all, would have a general explanation of why the areas on the sewer plan were selected, including environmental concerns and concerns related to old cesspools and septic systems that are presently installed. It should also explain how the present sewer assessments are calculated, show the formulas that are used, and include a couple of examples, and list some of the options that residents have for paying off the assessment. Then I'd like to see it list the steps that need to be taken by a homeowner once the sewers are ready for use. Should show how long they have before they need to connect, who actually does the final connections with an estimated range of hookup costs. What if they have a new septic system that was recently installed? What do? Are there deferments available for paying the assessments? Can they delay connections into the system? Is the homeowner required to decommission the old cesspools or septic systems, and what is an estimated cost? Also, what are the sewer use fees? How are they calculated? And what are they presently running? As I said before, I don't think it's necessary for the old survey to be sent around. It's more or less information to be collected by the engineering firms. You know, things like what kind of a system do you presently have? How do you get your drinking water? Do you have any issues with the system? I don't think those are applicable to the survey that we're looking for. As part of this letter package that we sent out, I think there should be a self-addressed stamped postcard to be included with the letter. On the postcard, there would be room for the homeowner's name and address with check boxes to say, are you interested in having sewers in your neighborhood? Then question 20 on the original form, which says, do you feel that your neighborhood should be sewered, even if the cost of a typical property owner could be, and then they have different levels, less than 10,000, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and so on. Should the town, should be also a checkbox, should the town fund a portion of the assessment fees through property taxes? And should the town be allowed to charge a fee to process sewer assessment payments, i.e. 0.5% above whatever the loan cost is to the town? I think with a self-addressed postcard included with it, it will greatly improve the return rate that we get. If this, I think it was remarked once at one of the other meetings, that the original information survey that was sent around, we had a very poor return rate. And I think it's because there were just too many questions, too much detail, and people just looked at it and just discarded it. But that's, I'm sure other people on the board may have suggestions as to, or modifications to this, but that would be my idea as to what we should do.
Well, it's a pretty good start. Anyone have any questions or modifications for Len?
Well, I agree with him. I think there's way too many questions for a survey. People would never answer half these things, or get so frustrated they just throw it away. You would never see it. But to shorten up the number of questions and the explanation in the letter, I think Len is a great idea. Absolutely.
I definitely agree with the letter and breaking out some of the stuff, putting some of the information that everybody wants in the letter and limiting the survey to just stuff for the survey.
I think, when it comes to a point of cost estimates, it might get a little tricky because, there could be a wide range, to connect from a house to the street. The old cesspool septic system could be in the back of the house, have to go through a driveway or something like that, as opposed to another thing that may be a simple connection from the front of the house. But I think at least if we had some, estimates there, could be this much, or, from here to there.